Gaming. We are back with a brand new deck, and as usual, we're going to show you some replays. This is a nice one here, especially with the balance changes. We're able to use the Lumberjack again, and with a recently new card that I acquired, the Bandit. So we'll check this out. We pair this card up with the Battering Ram and some of my other favorites. So check out the replays. So I'm going to show you two matches here against very familiar decks. So we paired this up with the Ice Wizard, Musketeer, Minion, Baby Dragon, and Knight. I just love those cards in decks right now. And really the idea to this deck is to have your Knight and your Baby Dragon be the crowd control and clear the path for your Battering Ram and your Bandit. Now, in cases like this, your opponent has something that can counter it right away, which would normally be a minion horde or a skeleton army. So at that point, you maneuver differently. So we use the Ice Wizard to clear out the minion hordes and the Baby Dragon again to start the cycling of the path. And again, we drop the Knight. So until you feel comfortable enough where your troops are clearing everything ahead of its path, then you can come in with the Battering Ram or Musketeer or Lumberjack or Bandit. It's up to you. So in this case here, they put the lead barbs. So we'll use the minions and the Ice Wizard to clean up. So it's a lot of defense use, a lot of countering done. But that's kind of what the meta is right now. You got to counter and then make your push. So this here is perfect for that, especially double elixir time, because everything in this deck has a fairly low elixir cost. I mean, the average cost in general is 3.5. Split that in half, you got a lot of cards you can throw out during double elixir time. So right there, as you see, the Battering Ram goes right in. The Bandit will hit at this Valk along with support from the Baby Dragon. So we did a lot of damage there. And you saw that we took out the other tower quickly as well and did massive damage on the King's Tower. So at this point here, you know, we defend. And look, I mean, he's dropping minion hordes and elite barbs. Those are powerful cards, and we're able to defend. And why I really like the Battering Ram, you know, I was frustrated with the amount of buildings being used in decks now. A lot of mortars, a lot of infernal towers, a lot of furnaces. So the Battering Ram I felt was a great card to counter that, along with the Bandit. And when the balance changes was announced, I realized, why not partner that with the Lumberjack? It would be so awesome. And you see there, I mean, we did a lot of damage. And then you throw in some support cards with splash damage, and you can stop practically anything. So we stopped the Royal Giant Elite Barb deck there. And this deck here, we're going to go into Minor Graveyard, which is a very popular pairing with an Infernal Dragon, which is a powerful air card, if not, you know, attended to right away. And then you got the Wizard, which when I was originally crafting a combination of Lumberjack and Bandit, I realized that that card was destroying every composition I made. So the Battering Ram again does massive damage against that combination. So you see here with the support of the Ice Wizard, we can use the Bandit defensively too. Even though her HP is not high enough, but if you can use a Bandit to take out Electric Wizard, you got a +1 elixir change there. So why not, right? That's an excellent opportunity for you to build up another push. Love that Baby Dragon, man. Those buffs they gave it are incredible. The Knight was a card I was not really using much, you know, since like the beginning days of Clash Royale. But because of the usage of the Elite Barbs and the Graveyard, I think you need a Knight in the deck just to be able to quickly counter those two cards. So you see how that skeleton army causes a bit of a havoc there? We use the ice wizards quickly to do splash damage, and it can counter against the wizard pretty well. So there goes that graveyard. Thanks, Quay TV. So we use the baby dragon up top, and we use the knight just to take away one by one. And if they threw the elite barb, use that same knight to throw them on the side of the tower to be able to drift one away so that your tower can chip away at one elite barb and your knight can take out the other. And here we use the battering ram to kind of push back the miner, and we did some damage there. But again, the skeleton army, and this is why I mentioned it, because that card and along with the minion harder was one that could give you problems if you don't contend the proper way. So look how quick we take out that giant. Now here we can start with the push with the lumberjack, use it defensively to take out the miner and to take out the wizard, and we drop the rage. At this point we have so many cards that we threw in because it's double elixir time that we can kind of have a party. Look at the bandit just sneaking in, bam, boom, we got the tower. And now we bring in the battering ram because there's enough support in front of it, plus the bandit is still hitting. So look at the damage we're doing. A few more seconds that tower would have been down to. So I love this deck. Low elixir cost, it's real fun to use, but just gotta make sure you don't make mistakes with the bandit. You might think the opportunity is ideal to put her down, but remember, there's cards that can easily counter the bandit. We didn't show in this replay here, but the log can hit that bandit while it's charging. So make sure that if you're in a deck that has a log, you try everything you can to bait it out by using the combination of the wizard and the ice wizard behind the knight. Sometimes if their HP is low enough, the log will come out, and since that knight can absorb the hit, you can throw in the bandit. Or if you don't want to use a knight, you can switch it out for an executioner. That way the executioner can wipe out the minion horde with a couple hits, can wipe out the skeleton army with one swing, one at most two. Reason why I didn't use the executioner, I was leaning more towards a lower elixir cost. That way I can wreak havoc during double elixir time. And also I think the knight is a great card to counter those elite barbs. And it also could take down the tanks pretty quickly. It does a lot of damage against the golem, does a lot of damage against the giant, and a lot against that RG. Alright, so thanks folks for watching. Appreciate all the support. Please drop a like and please subscribe. And please check out the folks at Rock Media Craft and at Clash Royalepedia, because this is where the decks will be featured. Peace out. Thank you.